Ciao, this is Daniel DiTuro and welcome to episode 3 where I'm going to prepare Biscotti di Prato, or what Americans refer to as biscotti. Biscotti in Italian refers to any type of cookie, and not just the once or twice baked cookie that I'm going to prepare in this video. Melt and cool 8 ounces of margarine. Combine 1 tablespoon of baking powder with 4 cups of all-purpose flour. 1 extra cup of flour in the event it's necessary to bring the dough to the proper consistency. 1 cup of granulated sugar, a couple tablespoons of flour to dust the work surface, and 4 large eggs. Combine the sugar and margarine in a large bowl. Using a hand mixer, beat 2-3 minutes on medium to high speed until it's uniform in consistency and thick and creamy in texture. You can also use a stand mixer for this step. Add the eggs and beat on high speed about 2 minutes. Add the 4 cups of flour and use a wooden spoon to combine the wet and dry ingredients. If the dough is too soft, add flour about 1/4 cup at a time until it forms a stiff dough. The dough will be soft but can easily be worked by hand. Coat a 12 by 16 baking sheet or 2 smaller baking sheets with non-stick cooking spray or line them with parchment paper. Lightly flour your work surface. Place the dough on the surface and use your hands to work the dough into a log about 12 inches long. It isn't necessary for the dough log to be uniform in diameter. Unlike commercially baked cookies that are always the same shape and size, it's nice to have variety in homemade cookies. Use a scraper or knife to cut the dough in half, and then cut each half in half. Lightly dust your work surface. Take 1 piece of dough and roll it into a log about 10 to 12 inches long, or no wider than the width of your baking sheet. Transfer the dough to the baking sheet and then repeat with the remaining dough. Using your fingers, flatten each piece of dough to about 1/2 inch thick and bake for 25 to 30 minutes in a preheated 350-degree F oven or until a pale golden brown. Carefully transfer each piece to a wire rack. Depending on the length, you may need 2 spatulas in order to prevent them from breaking. While still hot, use a bread knife or other sharp knife to slice each log diagonally into 1-inch wide pieces. You can transfer the sliced biscotti back to the wire rack to cool, or place them in a large bowl lined with a paper towel and cover with another paper towel. When cooled, place in an airtight container and store in a cool, dry place. If you live in a humid environment, you can bake the biscotti a second time. Place the biscotti on the baking sheet as shown and return them to a 350-degree F oven for 10 to 15 minutes or until lightly browned. You can enjoy your biscotti as is, or do like the Italians and dip them into coffee or a cup of espresso. Thanks for watching. Buon appetito!